Hello friends, this is Mahesh Yulekar and you are watching NextGenMaths. In this video we are going to discuss base theorem of probability. If you want notes of this lecture, please visit our website www.nextgenmaths.com. In the description link is available. Total probability. To understand the concept of base theorem, we need to understand total probability first. If the event A can occur along with event E, suppose that event E occur in an mutually exclusive way E1, E2, En, then the total probability of A equal to sigma I equal to 1 to n probability of Ei into probability of A slash Ei. Here conditional probability of A when Ei already occur. So through example, we can easily understand this concept. A man is working in a mine job. Then its probability of task completion on time with or without rain is different. Therefore, the total probability of task completion is probability of C equal to probability of C slash R into probability of R plus probability of C slash R dash into probability of R dash, where C is the task completion on time event and R is a rainy day. So in this example, a man is working in a mine job. So definitely his task completion is depend on with and without rain. And both the cases the task completion capacity is completely different. So therefore total task completion capacity is depend on rainy day and without rainy day. So therefore probability of C slash R into probability of R plus probability of C slash R dash into probability of R dash. Example 1. A consulting firm rents car from three agencies A1, A2, A3. 20% of car are rented from A1, 20% from A2 and remaining from A3. If 20% of car rent from A1, 10% of car rent from A2 and 2% of car rent from A3 have bad tires. What is the probability that a car rent from consulting firm will have bad tires? In the given data, we have a consulting firm which rents some car from A1, A2, A3. Their percentage are given 20% from A1, 20% from A2 and remaining 60% from A3. They rent the car. But in the rented car, 20% from A1, 10% from A2 and 2% from A3 have bad tires. And we have to calculate the probability of bad tires. That is total probability of bad tires. So we'll see how can we calculate. So first we have to identify the event. So first event B, rented car has bad tires, that is required event. Event R1, car rents from A1 agency. Event R2, car rents from A2 agency. Event R3, car rents from A3 agency. Probability of R1 is 0.20 because 20% of car rents from A1. Probability of R2 is 0.20 and probability of R3 is 0.60. Now probability of B slash R1, that means a rented car has bad tire when it rents from agency A1. So its value is 0.20. Probability B slash R2, which is 0.10. And probability of R3, that means rent car has bad tires, is 2% if we rent from A3. So it is 0.02. So total probability of bad tires is equal to probability of B slash R1 into probability of R1 plus probability of B slash R2 into probability of R2 plus B slash R3 into probability of R3. We have all the 6 values, substitute there, and after the final calculation we have probability of bad tires is 0.072. Example 2. A bag contains 3 black, 4 white balls. 2 balls are drawn at random, one at a time without replacement. What is the probability that second ball is white? So first we identify events in this example. So first event, selected ball is white, which is required event. Now event F1, first selected ball is white. Event F2, first selected ball is black. In this example, we have to find the probability of second ball which is white. But that selection is depend on the selection of first ball. Therefore, we define F1 and F2 which is about the selection of first ball. It may be white, it may be black. So probability of F1, that means selection of white ball in the first selection. So bag contains 4 white ball. So selection of 1 white ball out of 4 white ball is 4C1. And total number of ball in the box is 7. So selection of 1 ball out of 7 ball is 7C1. So probability of F1 equal to 4C1 divided by 7C1 equal to 4 by 7. Probability of F2, bag contain 3 black ball and we have to select 1 black ball out of 3 black ball. So it is 3C1. And total ball in the bag is 7. So therefore selection of 1 ball out of 7 ball is 7C1. So it is 3C1 divided by 7C1. So 3 by 7. It is the probability of F2, that means selection of black ball in the first selection. Now we are going to calculate probability of W slash F1. That is probability of selection of white ball in the second selection when in the first selection white ball is selected. Once white ball is selected in the first case, then there is a 3 white ball in the bag and we have to select 1 white ball, so it is 3C1. And total ball in the bag will be the 6 because 1 is already selected. So it is 6C1. So 3C1 divided by 6C1 equal to 3 by 6. Now probability of B slash F2. That means probability of white ball when in the first selection black ball is selected. So after the selection of black ball, there is a 6 ball in the box. Out of 6 ball, 4 balls are white and 2 balls are black because 1 black ball is already selected. So we have to select 1 white ball out of 4 ball. So it is 4C1 and total ball in the bags is 6. So it is 6C1. So 4 divided by 6. Probability of W equal to probability of W slash F1 into probability of F1 plus probability of W slash F2 into probability of F2. We have all the 4 values, substitute that values and we have final value of probability W is 4 by 7. Now we are going to discuss Bayes theorem. In the conditional probability, we learn that how to find probability of event B when event A is already occurred. That means the probability of occurrence of event B after the occurrence of event A. Now in the reverse part, we know that event B is occurred, then what is the probability that event A is happen before B? It is completely reverse process. In case of conditional probability, we are finding the probability of after event. Here we are going to calculate the before event probability, and for that Bayes theorem will give the following formula. So probability of A slash B equal to probability of B slash A into probability of A divided by probability of B. Now we are going to discuss some examples. Using example, we can easily understand this concept. Example 3. At an electronic firm, it is known from the past experience that the probability of a new worker who attained company's training program meet the production quota is 0.90. The corresponding probability for new worker who did not attain the company training program is 0.25. It is also known that 80% of all workers attain the training program. Find the probability that a new worker met the production quota would have attained the training program. So here in the example we have got two types of worker, new worker who attained the training program and new worker who did not attain the training program, and the probability that they met the production quota is given 0.90 and 0.25. We are also given that 80% of new worker attain the training program, and we have to find the probability that a new worker who made the production quota would have attained the training program. So we will see. So first we identify the event associated with this example. So first event, a new worker met the production quota, that is required event. T1, a new worker attained the company's training program, and T2, a new worker did not attain the company's training program. Now probability of T1, that means a new worker attained the training program, is probability is 0.80, that is given to us. Probability of T2 is 0.20 because they are the complementary events. Probability of A slash T1, that means a new worker met the production quota, attained the training program. So its probability is 0.90. Probability of A slash T2, that means a new worker met the production quota but not attained the training program, is 0.25. Total probability of A equal to probability of A slash T1 into probability of T1 plus probability of A slash T2 into probability of T2. So we have all the values, substitute that values. Then we have 0.77. We want to find probability of T1 slash A, that means worker attained the training program and met the production quota. So by the Bayes theorem, it is probability of A slash T1 into probability of T1 divided by probability of A. So we have all the probability, substitute those probability, and after the calculation, we are able to find the probability of T1 slash A, which is 72 by 77. Example 4. There are 3 true coins and 1 false coin with head on both sides. A coin is selected at random and tossed 4 times. If head occurs all the 4 times, what is the probability that the false coin has been selected and used? So in this example, we have given 4 coins in which 3 coins are true and 1 is false with both sides head. Now we have to select 1 coin out of 4 coin and it tossed 4 times. If all the 4 times head occurs, then we have to find the probability that the selected coin is false coin. So first we have to identify the event. So first event T, selection of a true coin. Event F, selection of false coin. And event A, getting all heads in 4 toss. So probability of T, that means selection of true coins. We have total 4 coins. Out of 4 coins, 3 coins are true coins. That the probability of selection of true coin is 3 by 4. Probability of false coin is 1 by 4 because total 4 coins in which 1 coin is false. Probability of A slash T, that means getting all 4 heads when true coin is selected. But in case of true coins, getting head, its probability is 1 by 2. So if we toss 4 times, that is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 equal to 1 by 2 power 4 equal to 1 by 16 is the probability. And probability of A slash F, that means getting 4 heads when selected coin is false coin. But in case of false coin, both the side is head, so getting probability of head is 100%. So its probability is 1. So 1 into 1 into 1 into 1. So its probability is 1. Now probability of A, that means total probability of A equal to probability of A slash T into probability of T plus probability of A slash F into probability of F. If we substitute all the values, then probability of A is 19 by 64. We have to find the probability of false coin when getting all the 4 heads. So by the Bayes theorem, probability of A slash F into probability of F divided by probability of A. Substitute all the values, 1, 1 by 4, 19 by 64, and if we simplify, so it is 16 by 19 is the probability of false coin when all the 4s are head. Example 5. There are 2 boxes A and B containing 4 white, 3 red and 3 white and 7 red balls respectively. A box is selected at random and a ball is drawn from it. If the ball is white, find the probability that it is from box A. So here we have given 2 boxes with some white and some red balls, and we have to select one ball, and that selected ball is white. Then find the probability that it is selected from box A. So first we identify the event of this example. First event, selection of box A. Second event, selection of box B. And the third event, selection of white ball. So probability of A, that means selection of box A. So we given 2 boxes and selection of one box out of 2 is 1 by 2. Probability of A, that means selection of one box out of two box is 1 by 2 and probability of B is also 1 by 2. Probability of W slash A, that means selection of white ball from box A. So box A contain 4 white balls, selection of one white ball out of 4 ball is 4C1 and total ball is 7, so it is 7C1. So 4 divided by 7. Similarly, probability of W slash B, that means selection of white ball from box B, is equal to box B contains 3 white balls, so it is 3 and total ball is 10, so it is 3 divided by 10. So total probability of W is equal to probability of W slash A into probability of A plus probability of W slash B into probability of B. Substitute all the values and after the simplification we have probability of W equal to 61 by 140. Here we have to calculate the probability of A when selected ball is white. So by the Bayes theorem, it is probability of W slash A into probability of A divided by probability of W. If we substitute all the above values, we have 4 by 7 into 1 by 2 divided by 61 by 140, and if you simplify, then its value is 40 divided by 61. Thanks for watching. For more videos, like, share, subscribe, press the bell icon of NextGenMaths.